Hi Divine Feminines, welcome to my channel. My name's Amelia and today I'm doing healing messages for you, the Divine Feminines. So what does Spirit want you to know to help you to move forward on your own path, but also to help you move forward in relation to your twin flame connection? Okay, so Spirit, what advice do you have please for my Divine Feminines? What do you want them to know? So what I'll do is I'll do my usual spread and then I'll pull an Archangel Oracle card at the end as well. Okay, Spirit, what messages do you have? Wow, okay. We're starting in a bold way with the Tower. So it might be that you're about to have some kind of dramatic moment of realization. This may or may not have happened yet. We have the Ace of Wands. We've got the Four of Shields, which is the Four of Pentacles. The Nine of Cauldrons, which is the Nine of Cups in reverse. The Knight of Pentacles reversed. The World in reverse. The Ten of Swords reversed. Okay, let's get one more. The Seven of Swords in reverse. Okay, so many of you Divine Feminines. On the back we have the Ace of Shields, which is the Ace of Pentacles. So two aces, the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. So many of you are carrying a lot of pain with you. Pain that I think came from deception, from sneakiness, from being kept a secret, from having maybe to keep secrets. I feel that those of you who this resonates with, you'll have felt very wounded in the past. And it's something that I think you've probably gotten over the worst of it, but you're still carrying it with you. And this pain has gotten in the way of you achieving your Nine of Cups, so having wish fulfillment. So this burden, this pain that you're carrying, it's specifically in relation to wish fulfillment. So in this context, it's probably your Divine Masculine that this is in reference to. So there was deceptive behavior in the past. Maybe you were lied to. Maybe your Divine Masculine showed you a version of himself or herself that wasn't true, or it wasn't 100% authentic, and that hurt you. I see that it's almost as though you've become resigned to carrying this. You can see how he's just sitting there holding these three pentacles. His face is quite expressionless. He doesn't really look very happy, but at the same time, he doesn't look like he's going to move anytime soon or try to change the situation. And everything in the background is foggy, it's blurry. So all he's focused on is what he's holding. So maybe this pain became too big for you, or too much, too heavy, and you walked away from your Divine Masculine. Maybe now, when you think of this twin flame connection, one of the first things you think of is how difficult it's been, how burdensome, how you've been wounded. Maybe, it feels difficult to look at this union in a light that's purely positive. I see that there's stagnation as well. We've got the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So not only have things been moving very slowly in the 3D for you, or at least that's how it feels to you, it seems as though they've stopped moving completely, as in there's been no progress. That's the burden that you're carrying with you, the pain and a feeling of a lack of progress and frustration around this. The advice here is that if you can learn whatever lesson it is that you're supposed to be learning in this situation, and this will vary for each of you, if you can help this World card to turn upright and let this cycle end, you're going to have two new beginnings coming in, a beginning that's passionate with the Ace of Wands and a beginning that's stable with the Ace of Pentacles that we saw on the back of the deck. Now, how will you know? How will you know what this main lesson is? It will be a lesson that no matter what the circumstances were, no matter what the event was that happened, it will be the same. You could trace the same lesson or the same, how can I phrase it other than lesson? Each event will center around a similar thing. So, for example, was it that the more your divine masculine pulled away, the more attention you gave? Has that been a pattern that you've seen play out throughout your life? And like I said, this will vary for each of you. So take a moment to think, reflect upon these difficult encounters you've had, the difficult situations, the things that have caused you to feel betrayed, to feel abandoned. And try and see if you can pinpoint, what the universe keeps trying to show you. And that's going to allow this cycle to end. Now, what I can see, this is fantastic to have the Tower. The Tower is blowing up this feeling of being stagnant, of not seeing progress, of holding on to this pain, of not seeing your wish fulfillment come through. So there's advice here, certainly, and we've covered that. Learn the lesson if you can, pinpoint what that is. And learning that lesson will automatically push you into healing, that you won't have to try really hard to heal. But there's also a message here to you as well as advice. The message is very soon, if it hasn't already, lightning, so to speak, is going to strike. You're going to have a moment of epiphany, or your 3D physical circumstances will change in a way that's going to be positive. It's going to bring in the Ace of Wands. It's going to bring in the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah. So the main focus here, I'd say the primary focus is really spend some time thinking about, maybe even things that trigger you. What is it that triggers you? Those are wounds we need to heal. So what might this lesson be? And also just know that in the background, the universe is working on pushing the situation forward for you with the Tower. Okay, so let's get an Archangel Oracle card and see what these have to say. Okay, so Archangels, which of you wants to come forward today, please, and give a message to my divine feminines? Okay, who's this? Archangel Uriel. Trust your inner knowledge and act upon it without delay. Exactly, yes. So trust your inner knowledge. So what is it? What's the knowledge you have about these lessons? What do you think intuitively these experiences have been teaching you over and over and over? And act upon it without delay. Yes, because you want this painful cycle to end. And, the Tower talks about things happening now. This is speed. This is haste. So I see with the Major Arcana in the Tower, to be honest, I see that this is getting pushed forward quickly, whether you do the work or not. But, when you enter these new beginnings with the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles, whether in relation to your divine masculine or, in other areas of your life, you don't want to be carrying the baggage of the Ten of Swords, and the Seven of Swords. So this card tells me, the fact that it's telling you to act without delay, it's telling me that you already know what the lesson is that you're being shown here. Even if you don't know it consciously yet, it might just take a moment of reflection, but it's here, you already know. And the advice is, don't carry this burden any longer. The world is here for you to show that it's really possible for you to end this cycle, end this phase even. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there. Thank you very much for watching. I hope this message does help, and I'll see you again tomorrow.